Welcome back, everybody. Today, I have Coach Eric Lloyd back with us, one of our most sought after coaches, one of our most experienced coaches in helping investors like you achieve their financial goals and dreams. And what we're going to be covering today is why so many people still view tax lien certificate investing as a niche investment, and why knowing the right information really creates it and puts it in a position where it's just I won't want to say just another investment, but a phenomenal investment with a lot more security than most other things that are out there dealing in volatility. So first off, welcome back, Coach Eric. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Proud to be here. Love it. Thanks for talking with you, Jay, and happy to be here.
And for those of you who don't know Eric, if you're not working with him directly already, he has about 30 plus years investing in real estate in general, and well over a decade in educating people, almost 20 years. That's correct, right?
Absolutely. Actually, don't want to date myself, but it's actually close to 25 years.
That's yeah, that's crazy. So, and he looks, and we're all so young. So part of what's great about this, everybody,
we are.
Part of what's so great about these events that we're doing is that you get to experience things through us as investors, specifically our coaches, the experts that are out there, because of, I don't want to say making mistakes, but because of the trials, tribulations they went through, you don't have to. That's why this is such a phenomenal thing. And more people are starting to learn about tax and investing. It's something that a lot of people have looked at as niche. Why do you think a lot of people look at it as a niche investment?
Yeah, I love that. First off, I love real estate. Okay. Whether you're an investor that does wholesales or flips or rentals, you definitely should be in real estate. But one of the beauties of tax lien investing is it is very much a niche investment when it comes to looking at how can I learn to profit off of deals that most of the population has no idea to deal with. So it's like, how do I even learn about that process? So if you're here, or if you want to learn more about that process, you're in the right place. And tax lien and tax deed investing is phenomenal when it comes to your real estate portfolio. What it does is it gives you kind of that edge, if you will, to be a successful investor. And it allows you to actually purchase properties. And believe me, if you're in a place where you can actually like partner up with a local county to help collect taxes to get a return on that as far as an investment, ultimately potentially picking up the property and then buying the deed and then actually end up selling that deed to get a return on it. It's pretty amazing if you think about it. And so if you're here and you're actually thinking about, hey, should I learn more about tax liens and tax deeds? Absolutely, because it's not known out there. It's hard to find information on how to be successful. And that's why I love what we do, Jay. It's like we educate people and we help them achieve their goals. And tax liens and tax deeds, not much out there. And that's why they need to come to, that's why you need to come and learn from our team.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always looked at it in this way. I kind of explain tax and investing. It's like the best kept secret that's been under our nose our entire lives. Everybody's heard of it. Nobody seems to really know the details. And then you come across an expert like yourself and the other coaches that we have, and you realize there's so much more to it. And there's so many different ways to make money that people don't realize. And it's really it's not, a lot of times it's not the having, no information that affects a lot of the investors that we first start working with. It's that they have bad information because they watched a bad YouTube video, or had an uncle or a friend of an uncle that did it 30 years. They don't realize how much it changes and that it's different everywhere, literally everywhere. So it's impossible almost for one person to know every tiny detail about every single area. And that's why it's great to have professionals like you. That this is what you live and breathe, right? It's all real estate. And this is a great entry point into getting into real estate also, or it was for me at least. And that's what gets me so excited about it, especially going back and forth, Eric, with investors like you that really know their stuff really, really well. And I think that's where so many people go wrong. And as an investor first, obviously, but also as an educator, where a lot of the misconceptions come in that people have heard, where's some of the rumors that you've heard about tax and investing, of maybe why people stayed away from it?
Why would they stay away from it? So some of like the misconceptions about tax and investing, there's no real set standard of how do I learn about a specific tax lien process. Every state is different. Every county is even different. And so that's why you definitely need a professional to be able to make sure that you're making the right decisions. And when it comes to the process, like one state may pay a certain percent return on a tax lien certificate, another pay a different return. One state might allow you to file for the foreclosure, make it faster, if you will. Some states may make you wait a little bit longer. And that's why you need to have a professional on your team. And we have some amazing tools that help out. Okay. And so where you go to actually purchase these different certificates, the different states, we actually have different states that we actually recommend based on investor friendliness and based on being administrative versus judicial. And you'll learn more about that as you talk with your coach as far as what is the best approach to take. And so with that, I would say the biggest thing with tax lien and tax deed investing is I can say, I wish I would have started this sooner in my own personal investing strategy. I don't think there's enough known about this process. And I don't think there's enough education out there about tax lien and tax deed investing. And so that's why I love what we're doing, is because we're helping educate individuals to achieve their goals.
Absolutely. Checks in a lot of boxes in terms of investing. It's perfect for that investor that's investing in stocks because you've got immediate growth. The moment you start investing in liens, depending on obviously the laws, the rules, regulations, and how it pays in each state, the minute you buy it, you're starting to accrue interest. And then, of course, you can eventually acquire assets in it also. It's such a phenomenal way to invest. And that doesn't even touch on things like excess proceeds and funds and just reselling liens and deeds. There's so many things that an investor like you that with so much experience can share with investors like that. And as far as misconceptions, this is one that I've heard a lot recently that kind of went away for a little while. I've had a lot of people in the entry point of this saying, hey, well, I'm afraid to be taking a property from somebody. And when they really understand that most investors, before they lose a property, and a lot of the properties we're able to acquire or abandon, that they've had literally years to protect their property before anything happens where we can even have a chance to acquire it. Is that something you've seen also, or some hurdle you've had to overcome with some new investors?
Yeah, I mean, we look at it and it's like, hey, I don't want to, or a common misconception might be, hey, I don't want to foreclose on a property because of X, Y, and Z,
Mhm.
or I don't want to take over this property. Well, the great thing is, as real estate investors, our focus is to help solve problems. And solving problems for not only if we help create a solution to a situation, we're helping the taxes come in for that county. And what do the taxes do? They cover everything from your schools to your police force to your libraries to everything. And so you're actually partnering up with the local county government, and you're helping to create a solution to where individuals may not have been able to pay their taxes. And so, yes, granted, in each situation it's a little bit different, but most cases you're looking at a property where an owner hasn't paid their property taxes for at least 7 years. There's an issue there, and we're helping to solve that. And so whether that is we're taking that to that property to foreclosure, or we still have the owner still has the opportunity to pay those taxes up until the property goes up actually for auction. But realize as investors, we are actually helping solve problems in communities and helping to create that opportunity to grow, if you will.
Yeah, Eric, you said it perfectly. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's one of those things that I stress on new investors all the time is you've got to be able to talk to people. It's a negotiation business, and it's a business of helping people out and solving problems. That's real estate in a nutshell. And you said it perfectly, in my opinion, anyway. That's why I learned from people like you, right? And I also want to add to that, just what you had said there as far as helping people or helping situations. That Zig Ziglar quote, I think, he said, the best way to get what you want is to help others get what they want, right? In this case, many times you're helping people
Uh-huh.
stay in a property, maybe selling it back to them at a price that they can actually afford, or maybe a rent that they can afford. And then, of course, you're helping out local areas. And I always tell people, hey, look around your local area. And if there's unpaved roads, your parks look like trash, your schools are horrible, well, this can only help your local area. And that's one of the things that a lot of people, we're so focused on what it's going to do for us. You've also got to realize that it's really helping out local areas, correct?
Oh, it's a total win-win. And if you think about it, where does the actual, like, where does the money come to pay school teachers?
Yep.
Where does the money come to pay local police forces? Where does the money come to take care, where does it come from? And you're actually, if you can think about the best partner you could possibly have, you're partnering with the local county in an investment. And you can't go wrong on that, really. I mean, wow.
Yeah, perfect. Like you said, it's a win-win. And with that said, everybody, I know we're running out of time. Once again, I'd like to thank Eric for being here. And if you don't have a coach already, you'd like to work directly with Eric, be sure to reach out to us on the information that's on this page. Once again, thanks for being here, Eric. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, man. Always a pleasure.
I'm sure we'll see on many more of these because the experience you have and obviously the ability to break it down in a simple format for people to understand, which sometimes is a difficult thing to do because we're doing this for so long. So with that said, everybody, be sure to reach out to your coach. If you don't have one, be sure to contact us so we can get you set up with one. We can check Eric's schedule, see if he can fit you in as a new investor also if you're brand new to us. But best success to all of you, and we'll see you on the next one.